What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. The playlist where I have my videos, and Unfolders makes a video you're looking for a lot easier. Whether it's just reactions, the gang talk, G series, all of that. They're on the Unfolders that way you don't have to keep scrolling. Now, what I want to talk about was a question one of my subscribers had, Dunce, about what is my opinion on now this new law that gets into place where they get to use rappers' lyrics against them. Now, this is not a new law, but it's a law that's been there, but just it doesn't get used as much. There is, rare incidents like on X-Rated and a few Asian rappers and a few other, rappers that not too many people are familiar with. Now, one thing I'm gonna say: you have freedom of speech in this country. Yes, you do. You know what I mean? But the thing is that you don't have, you don't have the right to be committing these crimes or these horrendous acts of something that doesn't have statutes of limitation, like murders and shit like that. You know what I mean? Where you could just be, like plastering it out there and think that they can't use it against you because you have freedom of speech. Those are whole different things. You know what I mean? Anybody that has common sense will know that you don't talk about shit like that, even if it's on a track and stuff like that, because freedom of speech doesn't play out right there if you're actually committing homicides and shit like that. You know what I mean? Where you're actually taking somebody's life or kidnapping them or horrendous acts like that. You get what I mean? You never, if you talk about stuff, you never go into specifics, right? If you're a rapper, you could talk about what you might do to that person if they come running up, if they test you, what might happen, what you could do, but not what you have done. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about, rap, because one thing that you never want to do is go into specifics. Like if you're talking about some gangster roll whatever, you could talk about like, I caught the enemy slipping and popped the clip in. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. But you never say like, I was rolling down North Hollywood, cruising through the hood, caught the enemy, you say the specific name of the gang slipping. It was roughly around 5. I let the bullets fly. You don't do shit like that. Like, because then, the cops could just be like, hey, Phil, I heard this rap song right here by this thug. He says that there was a shooting in North Hollywood roughly around July. He said around 5. He let the bullets fly. So we're talking about a shooting here on July 5th, roughly around 5. So do we have any reports of that? Why, yes, there's an unsolved homicide right here with that date and that specific, hour and stuff like that. Then that's how they find you, and they're like, damn, I wonder how they found me. Like, well, that's why you never say the specific names of streets or the specific name of your enemies or the name of people or the hour or the, what time it was. You don't say shit like that. You know what I mean? You leave it for the imagination. You caught the enemy slipping, so it could have been any enemy. It was around summer, so any time around summer, and even that's going too specific into it. But you don't give a specific year. You don't give you know what I'm saying? You don't give specific streets. You say you were cruising down the street, you caught your enemy slipping. So now it could have been any street, anything. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like when you start going into specifics, my boy, that's how you gonna get caught. So anybody with common sense would know that. You know what I mean? Not to do that. Why individuals do that is beyond me. It's baffling to think that. I think that what they thought it maybe is that they think that these law enforcement officers don't hear rap or wouldn't hear that song, so that's what they thought. But it's like, or maybe it's the drugs and alcohol, I don't know, but they hear this kind of stuff. My boys, their jobs. If you're like a political or public figure, right, who has influence, but you're a thug or a gangster, these type of individuals that they see as bad people, whatever. Yeah, they're gonna be scoping you out to see what you're saying. You know what I mean? See what you're putting out there. You know what I mean? Because anything could be coded or something like that. They're just trying to make sure. So of course they're gonna be hearing this out. You know what I mean? So when you start saying all this and that, it's like, bro, you really think that they ain't paying attention? And I think maybe there's some people that don't know the difference between, this person told a rap song like that and he didn't get arrested, and it's like, yeah, but if you hear his rola, he's talking about what if scenarios and he's not giving specific, details like you are. You know what I mean? You're saying the fucking day, the month, the hour, like. You know, I mean, they keep everything in file. You think that they just can't go and, oh, he said the city of Wooty Woo. He said around 5. He said he was around this street and that street. I mean, come on, bro. Like, and then they just literally pull out the records and it shows right there. Yeah, there was a shooting that happened that day on this street and that street at roughly around that time. And then it's like, damn, how'd they find me? How'd they find you? What do you mean, how'd they find you? Yeah, but overall, this is not something that's new. You know what I mean? And this is something that people should know. And I mean, fuck, honestly, I mean, anybody with a brain, dog, will be able to tell that you don't do shit like that. Like, come on now, you know? So yeah, you know, for these rappers to think that they wouldn't get caught up for some shit like that, or to be mind blown how they were even found, is like, bro, are you really being serious right now? Like, what you mean you didn't know how they find you? Like, you know, this was over here wondering, like, which one of his homies snitched on him, if it was his jefa, or maybe his cousin, or maybe his third baby mama. This was over here like, man, I wonder who snitched on me, dog. I think it was my cousin, the one that has the little arm. I think it was that vato, dog. I was jealous because my arm's longer. I don't know, you know, some shit, dog, but, you know, I don't know, these vatos really, you know, and it's like, bro, it was you. What you mean who it was? What you mean it was your jefa? What you mean it was your dad's Sancha? Dog, it was you. You know, but I'm just saying, you know, like, you know, watch what you say. If you're a rapper, watch what you say in your raps. Never go into specifics. I mean, there's nothing new. And if they get busted, I mean, they got nobody to blame but themselves, like I said before. That ain't freedom of speech, bro. You gotta know the difference. You have the freedom of speech as long as you're not, you know, hurting somebody else or taking the life, you know, where it's not causing damage to somebody else, like talking about a murder you committed where you took somebody's life and stuff like that, and then to expect that you have common sense. I mean, a freedom of speech, you know, you gotta have common sense, dog. But I'm just saying, that's my opinion overall on the matters. You know, Shadow, we out.